Ghana National Association of Teachers, GES, for that matter, Ministry of Education, in collaboration with UNESCO, through Korean government, is fully armed with good facilitators who can take you through for you to be well versed with digital teaching. I plead with you to stay calm, listen attentively, interact freely, and through this, you will be able to acquire enough experience to help our children in schools. On behalf of Regional Director of Education, I welcome you all and wish you happy stay throughout the session. God be with you all.
Right, my expectations are: one, learning new pedagogies in teaching ICT in basic schools.
Lesson number 1, write in your book. Listen attentively when our facilitators or trainers are talking. So as we do in most of our programs, participants, your facilitator, your participants. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Eric. We'll be going through the courses that have been mounted. Have you been able to log into the online portal before? You have your login credentials? Right. Have you been able to take the pre-competency survey? There is a pre-competency assessment. You haven't done that yet. Okay. Right. You need to go through that survey or that test before you can access the contents of the course. So it's very important that you log in, go through the survey, and then you can access the course materials. We expect that every single participant would go through the course materials before we finish on day 3. So today, the focus of our presentation would be on the courses that are online. So that is where the focus would be, so that we can give you enough time to go through all the courses before we finish on day 3.
So what we are hoping to achieve by the end of the course. So it's very important for you to understand what you are supposed to achieve. Now, let's do our first course and let's see what we are supposed to achieve. ICT is not just a course. Initially, ICT was just a course. You need to be an ICT person to take ICT. Now, what we are trying to do, or what ICT has gotten to, is not just a course. It is now a tool. So whether you are teaching biology, sociology, watchology, everything, you are supposed to now learn it as a tool. It has now become part of us.
I'm from Atumango Beja South District, and I teach at Nkari Senior High School Technical. I've learned a lot from the 3-day program. One of the things that I've learned, the skill that I have acquired, is the use of ICT to support the traditional strategies of teaching and learning in school. I've also learned that teaching and learning can also go on in any other place. It's not only in the classroom that teaching and learning can go on. Wherever the link is, there can be interactive teaching and learning between the learner and also the teacher. I've also learned a lot about the digital tools that you can also use to enhance students' learning.
This part is what we call the protocol. The protocol, you've heard the word protocol before. But in the past few months, protocol has become a very popular word. What protocol is it? COVID-19 protocol. Good. What is a protocol? If we say a protocol, what do we mean? Anybody? Protocol. If we say, what is COVID-19 protocol?
I believe that protocols are standard procedure for doing something.
Okay, standard procedure for doing something. If I wanted to go and see the chief of this area, I won't just go and say, hey, Ross, Abby, there's a protocol for doing that, isn't it? The internet also has certain standard procedures for accessing the internet, okay? Now, the procedures or the protocols is defined by the Hypertext Transfer Protocol, HTTPS. So, if you go on the World Wide Web, the protocol appears first. Then you have the second bit, the www.youtube.com, for example, and that refers to what we call the domain, okay? The online resource that you want to access, the domain. Now, any and everybody can register a domain for him or herself or for his organization. So UEW, for example, has what? www.uew.edu.gh. Okay? Most organizations would have registered one for themselves where they put their online resources for people to access. So there again, if you are in a school where you want to let your online presence be felt, you can lead the effort to register a domain for your school. Okay? What school do you come from? J.A. Kufuor Senior High. So you can have www.jakufuor.normally schools would use .edu.gh. Ghanaian schools would use .edu.gh. Okay? So you can have something like what? jakufuor.edu.gh. Okay? UW is .edu.gh. KNUST is knusc.edu.gh. University of Ghana is ug.edu.gh. UCC is ucc.edu.gh. Okay?
I'm from Bosome Frahon District, teaching at Instituta DHHS. At first, I didn't know how to create a website, but through this program, that is Emergency Remote Teaching for Teachers, I can create a website and reach out to my students on it concerning my subject area.
One major part of this training is to enable you as teachers be able to deliver remote learning or remote teaching, okay? Now, one important part of this, like we've known from yesterday through to today, is the use of tools. Now, one important tool is the LMS. That was mentioned yesterday, LMS. So now, between today and tomorrow, now we're going to show you how you can set up and own your LMS. So it's going to be your personal LMS. So from there, you can now create your courses, you can now manage your users, add users, and then you can now use that to teach remotely. So we're going to show you how you're going to upload assignments, you're going to do quizzes and all that.
Before this program, I didn't know how to use any electronic resource or software to create content that my student can access from their various homes. Now, because of this training, I know how to create content using software, precisely model that my students can access from wherever that they are. I'm so happy for being a part of this program. I'm so excited, and I can't wait to get to my school to share the experience with my colleague teachers who could not join me on this program. I'm so excited. I say a big thank you to the organizers. I say a big thank you to UNESCO, GES, and all the stakeholders for putting up this beautiful program together. And we are looking forward to having such wonderful programs going forward. I'm so excited. I'm super excited. I'm so happy. I'm so excited. I don't even know what to say. I'm just so excited that now I have these essential skills to help me in my teaching as a teacher. I know from today forward, my teaching will never be the same. And my students are going to be very excited about the new things that I'm going to bring on board as far as my teaching is concerned. So once again, I say a big thank you to the whole team for once again putting up this beautiful program together. We are so excited. I know my colleagues who were also at the program are excited as well. And together we say Ayuko for the good job done. I'm so excited. Thank you.
What you need to understand is that we are dealing with a computer. It might appear smart, but it's not that intelligent. he wouldn't know which question is matching with which answer. So as you are adding, you just add one question and then you input the matching answers. Then you go to add another question and you input there. So what you could do is that you could type all the questions and just do copy and paste. You know, you copy and paste the question in the question text, copy the answers, and then put in option 1, 2, 3, and then you save. Go to the next one, you do your copy and paste. You can do it that way, okay? Or if you want to upload it all in bulk, there is another method for doing that. Okay.
You can now take a shot of it as an image. You can now import that image like we did yesterday into your question. Are we okay? We're good. We're still not okay. So an example will be, let me see if I remember this.
Acquire the skill of creating of sites, how to create a site, and then how to add users to that site, and how to also upload your courses on the site, and then delivery of lessons in that site, adding of external resources like videos, charts, any other files to that lesson that you want to deliver. And I've also learned skills like tips on how to present on online. Yeah, like when presenting online, you have to adapt a strategy that will interest your learners. Yeah, and then you also have to also set good or achievable expectation for your learners so that they will be able. It has to be specific. Yeah, so that it will be achievable at the end of the lesson.
By the grace and goodness and the support of all the agencies that contributed to make this program a success, I say Ayiko and God bless them. Because for us, we are saying the ultimate goal of this program is to achieve the SDG goal 4. And how do we achieve it? It's for us as teachers, it's for us as church, it's for us as individuals in every community, and for everybody in the country. Because as teachers, we all belong in the church. We all belong to individual religions, of which all of us have the same aim, and then we share the same faith. That if every Ghanaian child had the opportunity to access equal education, equity, and then getting all those in the hinterlands, getting the best of it, it's very much appreciated. And so I say thank you and Ayuko to all. And to you, my colleague teachers. I also believe you share with me that you have been here not just by your intelligence, by your strength, or by favor. No. We did a very fair distribution and selection. And so you are here representing your entire district. If you are lucky and you are two, it means that two of you represent a metropolis, a municipality, or a district. If you are single, then you have a greater task ahead. If you came because you feel you were favorited, and then they like you, they feel you are too good in ICT, and you came here. Yes, those of you who are already good, you have added to your knowledge bank a lot. I did not sit in throughout, but the little that I received, Charlie, when we go and apply it, we are going to change the pedagogy. We are going to add a lot. We are going to change the education system at our level.
Our national officer will be talking. But for me, as a coordinator for this project, what I will say is that Ashanti Region, for those of you who are here and are online participants, all you need to do is just go and complete the modules. I think you deserve your certificates. That one I can say it on the authority. Because you've shown that you took the course seriously, and then even if we go to check, we've realized that you are participating and you're making sure that you are going through the courses. At this point, I will give the opportunity to, in every organization, we have the CEO. So my CEO, I checked online, he was supposed to join us online, Mr. Diallo. But let me say that even in his absence, fortunately on the first day we tried making him talk, but we had issues with connectivity. But I think, just like I expressed, we've not regretted partnering you, and then we appreciate all the mobilization that has gone on. It is our hope that this collaboration between NAT, Sendelos, Ghana Education Service will reach out. As we speak, it's just 200 JHS and SHS. What it means is that all the teachers in the primary schools have not even benefited. So those are the gaps. Beyond the 200, this is a proof of concept. We want to show that with as little as data, even 5 cities and a phone, you can acquire ICT skills, and I'm sure teachers here can attest to that. So on this note, I invite Mr. Thomas Musa, who is the NAT CEO. I'm sure you all know him. Let's clap for him as he
Chairman, standing in the existing protocol, I want to say on behalf of the organization a very big thank you to all the stakeholders who contributed to make the program a success. We cannot take it for granted because UNESCO contacted us that if we can start this particular arrangement. It has been quite difficult. It has been quite difficult. But thanks be to God, we didn't give up. Finally, we got the Greater Accra Regional one done, and Ashanti Region is also ending this time. I believe that based upon the lessons learned from Accra and Ashanti, we can replicate these things to all the other regions so that they can also benefit. So a big thank you to UNESCO, the Korean government, the Ghana Education Service, and all the people who contributed. We say God richly bless all of you. Now, it is very, very important that we appreciate why we are here. I believe that since it's Wednesday or Tuesday or Wednesday. Wednesday. I want to believe that you've been taught, and the concept, the rationale, the principles, and everything you've been told. So I don't need to go back and repeat all the things that you've been taught. I believe that as you are going back, you go out there and make impact both on our colleagues who could not have opportunity to be here, and also the students we are going to teach. But it's very, very important for us to take note of the following. When we are talking about education in emergency, all that we are saying that education cannot wait. You see, education is like the game of football. You have 90 minutes. And so when you are down by 1-0, and you have 5 minutes, you must know that you have 5 minutes to equalize, so that if it goes into penalties, you can also have some kind of hope. But if you have only 5 minutes and you play the game like it's still 90 minutes, you realize that people say you are not serious. Those who are interested in football, no matter how good the team is, the team that is down by a goal, whether 1-0 or 2-0, when it's about 3 minutes to the for the game to end, they put in their all, because they know that after all there is nothing to lose again. Even to the extent that the goalkeeper himself will even join the players, because they know that already they are down. So once you are down, what again do you need to fear? Whether you play or not, you are going home. So better play it hard. Who knows what might come out of it? That is the situation we are in. We need to go out there and ensure that we impact our generation. Like I have said, education cannot wait. The final thing I want to tell you, it has to do with the statistics that was released, and that is why, in fact, I told myself that I have to be here. The World Bank's report indicate that the Human Capital Index report point to the fact that in the next 18 years, if nothing is done, 56% of our human capital will go waste. It means that only 44% will be productive. When we say that 56% of the human capital will go waste, it means that they cannot add any value to themselves. It's like going to harvest cassava and you cannot add any value. It means that you cannot turn it to fufu, you cannot turn it to gari, and so the cassava will be in its raw state. That is what we are talking about. And if we do not do anything about it, the implication is that we have to go and expand in Sawam. What's the name of the prison here? What's the name of the prison here? So it means that we need more prisons. It means that we will need more policemen. We will need more soldiers. We will need more guns. We will need more weapons. Because we will be dealing with people who will not let us rest. I don't think that is what we want as a people. I believe that whatever you get at the end of the day, you should go back and enjoy. So please, education in emergency simply means that there should be access, and the access of that particular education should be a kind of a quality that the teacher or the student can actually perform well wherever he finds him or herself. And more importantly, nobody should be left behind. That is all that we are saying. And like I indicated earlier on, education will not wait in time of emergency. And for that matter, let us all ensure that we help them. I've already given you only one statistics. Look, when schools were closed down in 2020 March last year, between March, April, May, in one district, 50 girls were pregnant. Yes, within 3 months, 50 girls were pregnant. If you take that to an aside, the battle against child labor, if you look at the statistics as of 2014, that out of every 5 children you see, 1 is into child labor. And because of the fact that the schools were closed down, anytime you meet a particular child, they say, "Oh, I'm not to school, so no more." And so how can you tell a child to go to school? So please, once you are here, thank God that we are back to school. Whatever we can do to save some, let us do it, so that at the end of the day, the children will be responsible citizens, and we can have more teachers, have more doctors, have more lawyers, and have more scientists amongst us, so that they can rise up and build our nation and make it great and strong for us. God bless you for coming. We wish you safe journey to your various destinations.
First of all, I'd just like to say that I think this has been a good set of participants. In fact, when the workshop started, I had a good feeling about those who had attended, and I think it's come to pass that you've done very well. Yes. So briefly, what we did was that we looked at basically devices, and then we looked at various tools, ICT tools, word processors, presentation software, how to search for images and videos. And then we put all of these things together onto a learning management platform. So again, participants were taken through how to set up their own learning management platforms for their own personal use or for the use of their schools and districts. And based on that, they were able to, get the materials that they created at the start of the course, their own lesson plans and presentations and all that. They were able to put it on the learning management platform as a course. So they looked at the introductory section, and then they also created one lesson. And assessment is closely linked to teaching. So in fact, this morning, for example, we've done a lot of assessment techniques, how to use assessment tools online. So I'm quite confident that all of the participants can go back and create courses, develop teaching and learning materials using Word, Excel, Word, PowerPoint, and search for materials online and put them onto their learning management platform. They can also create users for user accounts for teachers and user accounts for students and enroll them into the courses that they would have created. And roughly that is what we've gone through. We are hopeful that in the next weeks and months we'll continue to interact and we can share knowledge between ourselves. We will learn from you, you also learn from us, and you can extend the knowledge to your colleagues who didn't get the opportunity to come here. So thank you very much, and thank you.
Thank you. Let's clap for them.
I've acquired a lot from this training because at first I was only using the internet for WhatsApp, Facebooking, Twitter and Instagram. But since we started this workshop last Wednesday, I've noticed that I can use the internet for researching, teaching my pupils, and even create my own classroom so that I can put my pupils in there. Then during vacation, their extra hours or during weekends, we can use that platform to learn. So I've acquired a lot from this training. I would like to say a very big thank you to UNESCO, NAT, the Korea government and GS for putting up this training for teachers. At least teachers will get the opportunity to interact with their pupils using the internet. God bless them, and we will encourage them to keep on organizing such programs for us so that we can use it to equip ourselves. Thank you very much.
On the interface, you see what we call giving them a task like tests and quizzes. So having done that, we know that on the interface too, you can set your time, quiz time, assignment time, and then the submission date. So we are grateful to our facilitators taking us through this, and we know that back to our schools and districts is going to be useful in our education. Thank you very much.
Let's clap for him.